so elemental to every single thing that we highlight about 100 Thieves. It is not easy to have that almost flawless of a first half in Icebox if your initiator utility is not as crisp and as on point as it used.
Exactly. 100 Thieves give a lot of their credit to the new IGL, to the new coach, but I think the unique style they play with these Fade Gecko comps would not be possible without EU. On the Scout Initiator, he is incredible. He also just has great aim and clutch in the late round, but there is a direct comparison to Karon. It's also his rookie year, his first time stepping into a tier 1 team, and he has been excellent through and through. They would not have made it top 2 at Masters Madrid if it weren't for this guy. They might not have even made it to Madrid without Karon, with how good he was in Pacific, but he has continued that for performance here at Shanghai as well.
He's consistent, he can get the clutches, the multi-kills, he moves super well with the rest of the team, and it's very surprising to see that even though, as we're saying, he's on his rookie year, he can step up to everything that Gen G requires from him.
And it really makes me think, when I watch a player like EU now competing at this level, how deep the talent pool is in tier 2 for Valorant. I'm familiar with NA, so you've got to talk about that. G2, all of their players pretty much coming up from Ascension, sticking together as that guard core and winning out. Who did they play in the finals of America's Ascension? EU. He lost to them, but he gets picked up by 100 Thieves and is also here already in the top 6 with a chance to be in the top 4 today. This young talent with good leaders behind them is really the future of Valorant, and that is shown in both EU and Karon.
Yeah, and it's time for the results of our MasterCard fan poll. Earlier, we asked you which team was going to make a clean run to the grand finals, and this is what you guys had to say. Let's see if we were...
Oh, so it is going to be a certified banger.
Yeah, it's 100 Thieves.
I cannot believe that. I was not ready.
I can. But yeah, 100 Thieves leading the way.
That's crazy. The NA fans staying up late for these guys, but
Can
honestly,
you blame them after what we saw the
no,
other day?
they looked incredible. I think that this is a real and honest, accurate prediction. I think Team Heretics and G2 are closer than they show in this poll, but we have 2 incredibly close games today.
Yeah, exactly. The revenge match is going to be very, very exciting to see because of course there is a lot at stake. But I agree. I think 100 Thieves has a very, very small, higher leverage against Gen G.
Oh, how small? Because yesterday you were like, I could see EDG beating Paper X.
Yeah, but I just wanted to create drama. That's me.
You're saying to create some drama.
Ooh,
because
what is going on in the bottom there? I just
Honestly, I knew that you were going to do this, and I said I'm not gonna go Heretics because of that.
You just gave a monologue about tier 2 talent, and there's no other team outside of G2, I guess, that embodies tier 2 talent than Team Heretics. So I feel like I gotta go with my boys as well.
But G2 literally won Ascension.
Well, Gentle Mace couldn't quite make it here, so what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, that's fair. No, but I don't think this is a near guarantee for G2. I think that game is super competitive, super close. I think it's going to really come down to prep on the day and form on the day. It was a close game last time, but Team Heretics have grown so much since that match.
And do not forget what happened on that last map, on that split. They didn't really know what they wanted to do. G2 was getting clutch after clutch after clutch. And yes, they fixed it. But of course, G2 was watching on the other side. They already got the T the first.
Yeah, but also real quick, we kind of didn't notice the top row. Obviously, the Pacific's talent won for Gen G, but why did you guys not go for Gen G?
I didn't go for Gen G because I think that 100 Thieves has just been incredible. When this team has time to prep, has time to work together, I put a lot of faith into them. I think both these teams play a very similar style with all double initiator comps, with a lot of proactive reclears, but I think 100 Thieves pick the real perfect timings to do that, and also they do a good job historically shutting down stars.
Yeah, exactly. And at some point, I feel like Gen G is going to reach their peak. If it feels like they might run out of fuel, maybe too early.
Well, it's time for some certified bangers. Nice! It's 100 Thieves versus Gen G. G2 will be taking on Team Heretics. Day 9 of Masters Shanghai, full of certified bangers. Starts right now.
Epic-nya dulu atau Sata kayaknya kalau di band sama
I would say at the start of the America stage, My mind wasn't in the
ya
right
kalau
place.
mereka main
For a guy who has gotten so much criticism, has had a lot of matches where he doesn't perform. I think he has gotten better every game we
kegiatan
have
yang mereka
seen
main
him.
di Euro.
I put so many hours into the game. You know, I just can't forget how good I am.
Tapi kalau standar sih kan dia fokus sih. Ya bener loh.
In the rematch against G2, I'm just gonna be more confident.
I'm in all right now. Every single player, they played so well together today.
We have all the fixes already. It's a matter of executing it properly.
We had a great win against them already, but I would
Kayaknya
much rather
kalau
play
di
against them in
lawan
their full form.
Therad menang Therad.
IC can be confident all he wants, but we learned from our mistakes. We had time to prepare.
You guys need to be ready for us, because we're going to be coming back harder.
Just watch the best study in the world. Bring heretics on top.
Paket sih kalau
The comeback is crushed. There is no tomorrow for
apa
100 Thieves.
kalah loh.
We missed all of the Masters and Champs tourneys
Kalah.
last year, so
Kalah.
it feels really good to be back on the international stage. Watching my old teammate Zekin on Sentinels winning it all, it just really inspired me to get back on the international stage.
사실 액티가 1번 시드로 왔을 때 정말 잘하는 팀이고다라고는 싶었습니다. 근데 하지만 저희를 만났을 때도 그
Tapi
정도
jangan
할 수
aneh,
있을지는
tim
모르겠네요.
yang strong banget dia kalah sama Genji.
Out of all of our teams here at this
Karena
tournament,
Genji had a really good showing at Madrid, but I'm confident enough in our
tim
team that we
di
can probably
biasanya
just
bisa
do it.
dibaca permainan.
사실 많은
jadi,
팀들이
ya.
경기를 치르기 전까지는 뭐 자기들이 제일 잘할 거다 자신감을
pandangan
가지고 있는 것
tim lain,
같은데
tapi kalau ketemu
만나봐야지
pada
알 것 같아요.
If you see Busio across the stage pointing at you, don't let it get to your head too much.
부스티오 선수가 일어나고 다음 라운드에 저희가 앉아달라고 소리 지르겠습니다. Sit down, cat.
itu macet. Ada Aziz.
Two of the best teams of this tournament so far are about to go up against each other, and things could get really spicy. You heard it there from Genji. If Busio were to stand up against them today, they're just going to tell him to sit down.
They absolutely will. Both these teams love getting boisterous, standing up and really shouting at their opponents here. And on top of that, both these squads share a very similar style. Their double initiator comps and great coordination to set up their stars have carried them to this point, but there's still a road ahead and a chance to make the Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, exactly. And as we look at the map select, we're going to see Icebox coming out next. And if you were there when 100 Thieves played against Foot, you do want to see this again. Genji are going to decide to go for Ascent. You know, I was maybe thinking that the Breeze was going to be the second one, but you know, maybe they want to show something. It's a map that they played a lot, that they feel comfortable.
It is a little interesting to me though, because I think 100 Thieves have looked good on Ascent in the past, and I feel like most teams have a really similar level of understanding on that map. That feels a bit like a flip to me in this pool. If 100 Thieves wins Icebox, I get a little worried. But if Genji can get us all the way to Breeze, I have no doubt in that team. Their Breeze has looked world class.
But that makes a lot of sense, right? If you want to go to that third map and do it in the Genji way, you have to make it through a map that you can prepare on the fly, adapt on the fly, and Ascent is the perfect map to do so, right? If you think about it. But yeah, focusing on this first map, on this Icebox, I didn't quite catch who's starting on the attack. Did you catch it?
No.
No, but okay.
We'll find out soon enough, though. But, I mean, it was the defense that was so good for 100 Thieves last time they played this one. Their flood retakes are great on this map. I think also the way they'll kind of fight back into main in the mid-round with some of these really active reclears that can catch teams by surprise.
I'm not as worried about them not winning map 1 because it's Gen G. They'll just win 2 and 3. That's what they've been doing this whole time.
And I don't think they can be expected to win Icebox here. This has been such a good map for 100 Thieves.
And not only that, the other day they struggled a lot against Leviathan, and they struggled a lot, like getting into the match itself.
Yeah, it's also worrying for me because I think a similar game plan to how Lev plays this map is the same as what 100 Thieves plays.
Yeah, 100 Thieves Bear will be starting on the attack.
Oh yeah, but I was going to say, I would love to see how they do in international stage because we barely got to see any rounds. But man, am I going to forget that second round after they lost pistol and they came out with the craziest strat to gain control over the entirety of the map and just, you know, send foot almost home.
Both these teams have double flash gecko combo comps, excuse me, not the flash, but that Sova instead for 100 Thieves. They play a little differently, right, with the scan focus instead for EU, but they have the same idea to go for proactive reclears, flood retakes. It's the same strength. So all of the fighting pretty much in this map is going to be around the spike plant, fighting back in with initiator comps and setting their duelists up for success. This should be a good one.
Well, I can't wait to see it because it's time to bring out your casters. 2 of 100 Thieves' biggest fanboys. It's Achilles and Paperthin.
Thank you very much. And yeah, you know what? I am too.
Big fan of this team.
I've known Zix for a very long time since he was a coach in LoL. Man's goated. So you know what? This is going to be a banger. They've been talking about it. Certified banger coming up here between these two squads. At least that is what we are hoping and praying for. But it should be. Everything on paper points at this being an absolute cataclysmic clash between these two squads.
I fully agree. I think this is one of the best matchups you're going to get this event. You never know, you might see it again as this tournament rolls on. And everybody's saying, and I think I agree, that whoever wins this is going to be the favorite to come through and win the whole thing. And 100 Thieves going to try to make a B push off the back of this toxic screen. A lot of util being dumped.
A lot of space being taken. Lakia tucked away, playing it out patiently. Now strikes, and he quickly finds 2. Being able to take out Karen, but Lakia finds himself a 3rd. And now it's just EU left standing. Dizzy up over the top, Meteor to deal with it with relative ease. Gen G shutting things down nice and early here on the pistol.
Yeah, a great early anti-strat here from Gen G. Like the desk was talking about, we haven't gotten to see 100 Thieves attacking side on Icebox much, but one thing that is kind of consistent with 100 Thieves on their pistol rounds is they like to go for some of these stat executes, some of these aggressive death ball maneuvers off the rip. And the position of Lakia perfectly placed to dodge all of that early util. Dizzy doesn't catch him, and he's able to just lock there, and it's already got Munchkin cackling.
The manic cackle. Let's see now. Going into the next round, no buys here for the Sata 100 Thieves. Just full classics texture, however, with that Marshall able to put down Busio. Off the rip, 3 peaks, finds Cryo. 2 quick kills, Lakia on the back end. Getting himself a 4th overall as the Dizzy connects, and Karan is able to find Asada, and had already spotted out. Bang. The drop down, he's looking for the mid-air shot. Texture going crazy. That's going to be a flawless follow-up here from Gen G.
But for Gen G, this is an important start because they've been slow in a lot of their matches, right? Like they kind of come out to the first map, they don't really look that fired up. They look like their mechanics are a little bit off. It looks like they haven't been fully kind of figuring themselves out. It takes them a little bit of time to adjust. But this time around, they're setting the pace of the play, and they're looking really good with it. Texture, as always, very effective with those sniper rifles. The Marshall this time around getting a ton of value. And here for Gen G, they're able to upgrade a couple more rifles, just a Bulldog for Karan. And rifles abound for the side of 100 Thieves. Now we see what they can do. Some contention for the orb.
Oh, lining up there. Texture able to find 1, re-peaks, and Asana will shut that down. Down to 28 HP, however, so still significant damage dealt. Gen G would love to convert this bonus here. For now, though, pace going to be very much slowed down after a hot start. Clear out on the drone. Lakia just going to be tucking back.
Yeah, and he's just eating that to keep the positions of his 2 teammates hidden. Although they don't like what they see. You know there's going to be another layer. They're not going to leave a solo Gecko there. Instead, it's just Meteor by himself over on the beat. Recon Dart, execute coming through. See if Meteor wants to play for a pick. I'm just going to let it happen.
Tucked back behind the wall, plant coming through here on the corner. Expecting the interrupt, and swing on the corner, Meteor able to find 1. The spike gets planted. Now Swarm going to be set up here, 3v3. The Thrash online here for Gen G. And that could be a crucial tool in this retake.
Yeah, it's probably a big part of why also 100 Thieves opted to try to go the other direction. Dizzy gain him a little bit info on this space. A tough reclear and a flank coming from Asuna.
Nano coming through just to try to get the wingman off the diffuser, able to do so. Quick turn back from Karon, finds Asuna. But the thresh interrupted the push forward. Boostio able to shut it down. Reveal on the one, Munchkin now looking for the clutch. Your point back online, swings in, cannot steady the aim. The double peek comes through. Gen.G not able to convert the bonus. 100 Thieves get themselves on the board, but they lose 3 players.
And it's good mid-rounding here from 100 Thieves and trying to match the pace of play a bit. It's a really fast decision to go for B off just limited info. You know, you get the early push out from Texture. Yeah, he gets one. They use the owl to confirm. They sense that it's kind of a bait. Even though Meteor's able to give his life up for at least one kill, the rest of it comes through very nicely for the side of 100 Thieves at a good post plant. I think Karon got a little bit ahead of Munchkin's flash there as well, but at the end of the day, not a bad start as Operator in hand for Texture early.
Pushing forward, Lockheed just, he has a Vandal. Just holding on to the classic, want to show it off, and Meteor! What a start to the round! Cryo and Asuna both absolutely obliterated. He's gonna tuck back around yellow. Boostio in the meantime, trying to go on this lurk up into mid. It's tagged down to 87. Staved off, no more space able to be taken here as Texture all the way up, dropping down, getting the spot, getting the kill, bang, taken out.
So much map presence for Gen.G in this round. Doing a great job corralling 100 Thieves on every angle. It all starts with Meteor. It's been so insane as the Sentinel this year. Just does a fantastic job holding his angles.
Dart gonna get the ping. Little reposition it, but Meteor's still coming away with that kill. It's gonna be an orb take here from EU, wanted to get as close to that Hunter's Fury as he possibly can. But now spotted, swinging, Munchkin to the Guardian. Of course, we'll find that headshot, and that's gonna be 3-1 the start here for Gen.G.
And this is one of the keys to victory, in my mind, coming into this match for Gen.G, because 100 Thieves has been so good at isolating fights and winning some battles out on the flanks. Meanwhile, Gen.G has some of the best ISO fighters in the world. And you have Meteor and Munchkin, who are insane at first bloods. Yeah, you have Texture who's good at it too. He should be, he's your duelist.
Yeah.
But you have Munchkin and Meteor who also put up crazy good first kill numbers. And that makes it so difficult to deal with Gen.G, because rarely are they gonna give up their lives for free. And that's something that 100 Thieves sometimes has a tough time recovering from, is that they can't find that first kill. They do struggle a little bit. And then in this round, on an eco, could be another struggle. Boostio did grab a Guardian. Guy can frag, no doubt about it. Has that IGL, but a lot of space given up here by Gen.G towards the B site. Trying to flood, but 100 Thieves doesn't like what they see. And they're gonna re-clear back towards A, which has been left just to Texture and his Operator.
With a quick little peek in here, though, from Gen.G, that's gonna send the pivot. See the rotation starting to come through, but Texture is gonna be that first line of defense. Aldrone leading the way. Hearing this, he'll be noted. Dart not gonna connect, but he just wide swings out. Does find Boostio, looks for a quick little pop shot, but second one not gonna connect. Dizzy now coming through, Texture blinded up. Tailwind already burned, but now the reinforcements arrive. It's gonna be Munchkin Lockit collecting one apiece, Lockit doubling up, tripling up in fact, as it will be flawless once again. Diffuse coming through, Gen.G up by 3.
A great job here by Texture, playing his life as best as he can. He's in a rough spot where potentially he could get taken down and open up some space, but the rotations come through quick, and he has some great cloud bursts to buy himself just a little bit of extra time. You can see there that he cuts off that angle from Cryo, and then Lakia steps in to bail him out. Good Dizzy as well, up over screens. And it's starting to look like Gen.G came in today hot. And that's got 100 Thieves reeling a bit, and they're gonna go for this early timeout.
Yep. Brakes pumped here, 100 Thieves. Zix wanting to get in their ears here, intervene a little bit. Couple crucial ultimates getting ready to come online. That thrash there for Asuna, that Hunter's Fury, one off there from the side of EU. But one of the big things that they need to activate is Cryo. Because right now, killless, 0-5-0. We've seen what this man is capable of. His performance on the brim, but also his jet throughout the year has been absolutely gorgeous to watch. But right now, he is getting shut down.
Yeah, you gotta feel like it's only a matter of time with Cryo, with the way he's been playing. Not just in this tournament. I mean, we've only had 2 maps to see of it, but he was insane in those 2 maps, but throughout this entire season. So certainly just, need to pump the brakes here, ice Gen.G a little bit, because they've come in fired up. Get your mechanics going. We know how good this 100 Thieves team can be when they're on point. They're so fast and efficient. And now it's just trying to work the map a little bit more, I suspect. I mean, that was an eco. It is what it is. So now you really got to find some value out of these ultimates as they start to come online. Because you got a little bit of a step ahead in the ult cycle right now compared to Gen G. So certainly these are very, very important rounds for 100 Thieves on this map.
Very bold push up here, Lakia. Finding a timing, finding a kill. EU going to be shut down. He'll get his Hunter's Fury, but it's going to be in death. Texture on the peak. Ensures that it's going to be another round. Cryo cannot find impact, cannot get value for his team.
Well, now you have to consider, are you going to invest the Thrash?
Here.
Like maybe if you can find another kill, but...
I was going to say, are you going to just save?
Yeah, that could be too, Achilles. Absolutely. They're going to try.
Wingman leading the charge. As he will go out, push up though, over the top. Munchkin able to find Asuna, spike now, stranded. But they're in such committed positions. Swing out, Bustio on the hunt, trying to find it. Knives now going to be popped here from Texture. Up over the top, the flash is coming through. And Texture not hitting the shot, but Lakia is, finds one bang. However, now last man standing. 30 HP, and he just cannot survive. Munchkin put him down, pick up the op. Gen G will continue upward.
And this is just Gen G being really aggressive. Doing a great job using that knife to identify that EU potentially was alone. And Lakia decides to punish it. And then Texture expecting to rotate towards the other direction because they have so much info off that garage push out. They know full well it's not a B hit. And that allows Texture to play a little bit more aggressive off that Pipes position. I mean, he does that a lot anyway, but makes it a little bit easier for him to be prepared mentally. Lakia now has a Thrash to counter Asuna's Hunter's Fury, Viper's Pit. Big round.
And second Thrash here in round 7. No command going to be online. Hunter's Fury coming through. Munchkin wanting to interrupt that one, but he's still going to be taken down. Hits the floor. Res not really possible given this position. Solid advantage here for the side of 100 Thieves, but Cryo is drifting forward, taken down. Lakia again interrupting that spike plant from coming through. Push up over the top. Karen able to find one. Munchkin bleeding out. Karen trying to ADS in, but now it's going to be a 1v1. EU, 2 shocks versus Texture with the op. He's drifting forward. Texture gets enough of a spot to pick him off. 6-1. 100 Thieves ramping up, making these rounds closer, but still not close enough to find the second win.
No, and to make matters worse, you're just sort of chewing through ultimates now. You're going into an eco because you invested fully into that round. Even a Guardian forced through for Bustio. You've got 4 ults online. Yeah, the Blade Storm will be there. That's a feather in your cap. But Gen G is just so with it right now. And this is Gen G when they're scary, when they're playing off of each other so well, the trading so good, understanding their space. Let's see if this is just going to be an attempt at a fast hit off this Blade Storm from Cryo. Knife to check, shuts it down temporarily.
Lakia again, going for a push, sees one up above it, decides to just back away. Counter swing not available. EU trying to get into a position to get that punish. Let's get up over the top, able to find one before getting taken down. Cryo finally finding himself on the board, gets himself a second. And that's what 100 Thieves have been looking for. The Detain coming through. A third shot. Now 2v2 with the pit still in play here for the side of Gen G. They try to clutch this out. Bustio, he does have the ult available. He doesn't see the time to drop it. HP very dangerously low here for him. Karon out of it, but gets the timing, catches Bustio. Now it's Asuna here at backside, a stinger in hand. Karon down the 10, the wall falling. Misses the opportunity for the peek and Texture. Does he peek out? He does. Finds it. Texture again will close out the rounds. It's so damn close for 100 Thieves, but again, it's a round ending in heartbreak. They continue to do damage, but they cannot get across the finish line.
And so many ults invested here, and it looked like they were going to be able to get it done. But Karon had other ideas. He is just so good at times. You've seen it in this tournament on this backside of A with this Viper. He's so tricky in Cryo. Finally coming online, finally doing some serious damage. But Karon is just so with it. He looks snappy too. He looks fired up. Certainly the coaching staff for Gen G fired up as well. So they still have a Thrash. They have a lockdown to counter Bustio's lockdown and this Viper's Pit that are in play for 100 Thieves. Now Texture going up high with the op.
Oh, the peek out. Doesn't. He goes back in. Look at the shot. He tailwinds forward.
Oh no.
A fat finger there for Texture. Certainly not what he was looking for. The 100 Thieves do not care. They will take the advantage. They need it. Big mistake from Texture potentially costing them here in this round. As lockdown clears space, Genji showing respect to it. The push forward here from Cryo, able to find Lockham. Munchkin going to be eliminated as well. Meteor finding one, but taking significant damage. This should be 100 Thieves essentially guaranteeing the round, but Meteor, again, other ideas, finds another pick, but that leaves Karon now in a 1v3 all is lonesome. His position given away here. And Snowman, who's over the top, swinging it, looking for the challenge. There's Asuna down below, not giving him the opportunity, not giving him an inch. 100 Thieves will find a second.
And this is one of the things with 100 Thieves is you can't give them an inch because they will take a mile. They are incredible at punishing mistakes time and time again. Going through the VODs for Americas. You give them any extra space, you give them any extra opportunities, they get that first kill, and it is just pedal to the metal. They know they've got you in a bad position, and they will fully take advantage of it. Immediately, lockdown comes in. And they are into good post plants, and they are so tricky to deal with because they are so clean with those rifles. Well, just checking to see if there's going to be anybody aggressive, but now Texture.
He is, but he's dodged out on this early info-seeking util, aside from the Aldrone, which will force him down to the low ground. He's moving forward, taking some space off of that. Hearing that tailwind popped. Going to be favoring their odds a little bit more now. But a warning shot to ring out.
Yeah, they got pipes control. They're actually backing off. A lot of util just got dumped. Saw the Dizzy, saw the flash from Munchkin, as well as the op from Texture. So they're going to make a quick rotate, but Genji trying to do what they can to mirror this, and it's going to be an early lockdown from Meteor to try to delay this. But they're going to push for it.
Yeah, they're going to push and destroy. 100 Thieves just disrespecting it. Meteor playing close, ready for the first. Is he ready for the second? The answer is going to be no, but Karon will find Bang now dropping down. 4v3. So rotations continue. Swinging ahead of the dart. Karon able to find one before falling. Thrash now out on the hunt, detained. I do believe connecting, yes. EU going to be stuck here, but can they get over towards him? It looks like the answer is going to be no, so he will be able to draw on his weapon, so that Thrash not mattering too much. Swingman looking for the stun, not going to be found. Mosh out, EU taking damage, taken down. Asuna now, last man standing. Jump onto the corner, finishes off Lakia, and now it's all on Texture once more. He's good for it on the jiggle peak, the Mosh. Able to connect. Texture just on the outskirts, however. The fuse will come through. He is once again the last man standing off in hand. But Genji not allowing for 100 Thieves to string 2 rounds together.
Well, you can see that for Genji, the plan here is to disrupt. Don't let 100 Thieves get comfortable. Just do as much as you can to delay this. Get those rotations through, and Texture can't let him be alive with an op in hand. He is so sturdy, so steady. Beautiful try by Asuna. Great use of his utility, but this Mosh is just a hair off from where it needed to be to maybe buy a little bit of extra time. And speaking of time, it's time for a timeout.
Second one to be called here in the opening half for 100 Thieves. Not satisfied with where things are at. Expecting to put up a lot stronger numbers here on this opening attack side. Oh, a final intervention here from Zix. See if they can pick up these last 2, make it an 8-4, try to salvage this half as much as they possibly can.
Yeah, for sure, and it'll be really interesting to me to see what their modus operandi going forward is going to be. Are you going to try to punish that operator at Texture that's sometimes left on an island? Are you going to try to just dial up a fast hit on A, see if you can bully your way through? It hasn't worked so far. There's a lot of different options. Maybe slow the pace down even more. Rotate back and forth a little bit more, because Genji's done a good job of mirroring these fast rotates that 100 Thieves has been utilizing throughout this first half. They haven't really shown any double fakes, anything like that just yet. So maybe that'll be the key to this next round here for 100 Thieves with the Viper's Pit as well. Would really like to get that planted. Genji, a couple orbs away from Munchkin's ult. Otherwise, you're pretty far off from Karon's ult. He's gonna have to go absolutely bonkers to get that online in this half again.
Oh, Texture gonna be pinged there by that recon. His whole ruse spoiled. Tailwind at the ready, wants to go for this peak, but just how bold does he go? Creeping forward, but not going to be able to find anything. 100 Thieves just going to be rotating out after spotting, and look at Genji just early rotate everybody again off the site, leaving Texture on an island, leaving him by himself, and leaving him to potentially get timinged. The push-up coming through. Cryo, I think, noticing, but decides to back away, doesn't challenge in for the fight.
And now he knows he's in a disadvantageous position.
He's rotating back around over towards Belt. Texture continuing to push. more and more aggressively. Fire holds again, able to find it. EU taking down one. For the second, can't make it happen. Return fire here from Genji. Decently solid. Oh, that could be the turret to get final shots across, bailing out Meteor. Lucio does fall. Now just Cryo and Asuna. Spike being sent. Cryo out deep, but now dead. Is Asuna? He's gonna opt to try to hold this one. This is gonna be good for the first. Picks up a Phantom now. As the plant comes through from the wingman.
Spike planking. Thanks, little man.
V2. Null command at the ready. Does he want to send it? Just to try to interrupt further util. Looks like the answer's gonna be no for now. It's just gonna be Munchkin body blocking as they hold for this. And yeah, it's just gonna be the round. Take it away from him. They both get in onto it. Asuna will clean up the kills. He'll take the weapons away. The economy's not great for Genji as we go into the last round, but they still cannot get the round win.
Unbelievable. It's a great start here for 100 Thieves. Anticipating the aggression. But Munchkin, so fast behind that crate. Making it so difficult. And Meteor getting a little help from Timmy. And the body block, so smart here from Genji. And as usual, Texture's having a great time.
Not sure what Bucio was saying, but I think I said, yo, they're holding it. As Texture gonna get obliterated. Way too far forward, dizzied up, taken down. Good early kill collected here. No command from Munchkin, just trying to hold everybody at bay. Lakia on a very hard forward angle here.
Now we're seeing Munchkin tuck into that corner. Haven't seen anybody try that really for Genji. Crash comes out. Lakia gonna try to clear.
Oh, Lucio snapping with that headshot. The detain comes in. Lakia gonna be taken down. Karen now gonna be stuck in the pit once again. The counter pit is available, and it's gonna be used. Plan coming in from the wingman. Not gonna be interrupted, but Meteor finds bag, drops a pit. Cryo will be able to collect 3 in the round. It's gonna be 3 for 100 Thieves in the half.
Yeah, I mean an explosive start for Genji. 100 Thieves, though, seeming to find some of that speed, some of that footing towards those last 4 rounds or so. And shutting down Texture's operator was a big key in that. This time around, Texture just really reaches a bit too far. Didn't have a lot of help to back him up. That Dizzy made it really difficult for him to try to find even a kill out of that. And they're able to use that thrash, and they play off the back of it quick to start knocking players down.
Well, he's been talking a big game up on stage. Let's hear him talk a little bit more. We've got an Omen player moment with Munchkin.
제가 발로란트를 처음 시작하고 나서부터 크나팀 강팀이었거든요. 그런 강팀을 결국 이기게 돼서 너무 기쁩니다. 저는 사실 굉장히 좋아하는 팀이기도 하고 보스터 선수를 되게 좋아해서 이제 그런 부분은 가지고 있었지만 사실 저희가 실력적인 면에서는 저희가 더 뛰어나다고 생각하고 있었고 그리고 저희가 긴장만 안 하면 이길 수 있을 거라 생각하고 있었습니다. 사실 일단 첫 세트 로터스를 저희가 가장 잘하는 맵이기도 하고 자신 있는 맵인데 저희가 좀 많이 무너졌거든요. 근데 저희가 항상 많은 경기에서 2대1이 많이 나왔단 말이에요. 그래서 1세트 지는 거에 별로 연연하지 말자. 두 번째 세트도 상대가 잘하는 맵이긴 하지만 우리 또한 자신 있는 맵이기 때문에 멘탈 잡고 하던 대로 2대1 승리 거두자라고 생각했습니다.
He's so close. Unfound, but Chronicle the safety valve. That's the pit. That's a weapon upgraded. That's a swing. That's another one found, and now that's an aid. Force and Chronicle to reposition to plant the spike. Texture's on the swing. The shots don't connect. Now a flash in his face. Texture trying to dance around it, and that's 3 for the duelist.
부스티오 선수가 저를 어떻게 기억할지 모르겠어요. 제가 병미에 있을 때도 이지랑 스크림 할 때 제가 못 해본 적이 없거든요. 그래서 저에 대한 어떤 실력인지 약간 어떤 실력이라고 생각할지 모르겠지만 저는 그때 마인드를 다시 갚아주고 싶네요. 저희가 먼 중국에서 열심히 대회하고 있는데 응원해주시는 분들 다 감사드리고 저희가 흔들리는 모습을 많이 보여드리지만 그 과정 속에서 저희가 많이 성장하고 있거든요. 그래서 상하이에서 좋은 성적 거둘 수 있도록 더 노력하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Well, so far, it's been very solid calling here from Munchkin. See how that continues now that they move over onto the attack, but very nice setup here for Genji and the advantage. Dash forward, Texture takes some space, the EU going to be taken down. Up over the top, Lakia whipping a little bit as Bucio's able to collect 2. Lakia Texture both eliminated, swing onto the corner. Bucio looking for a little bit more, does some nice damage, but the peek outs here. The Sheriff's in hand from Karen and Meteor. It's a bit too deadly. But now, a 2v2 and Karen at 4 HP. Meteor up over the top. Takes Cryo down to 50. Spike not yet planted. Gen G in a rough position here.
Oh my.
The timing. He can find Meteor. That's a significant amount of damage down. Cryo untouched there. Now the 1v1. One shot from either player. And that will clean things up. He's going to look to rotate around. Karen still not yet planting. But he's out patiently, but Cryo playing this wisely.
So difficult for Karen to read this. The rookie, can he stand up? Does he have the read?
Right now facing in towards backside. Swing on the corner. Angle not going to be given over here to Cryo. But no noise being made. So the drop coming through, and Karen has it. A 4K to bail them out and get Gen G up 10-3.
And he's standing up and letting them know. I feel like I could just watch the stage and cast from the player reactions in this match. Karen just absolutely insane. I mean, so low on health, but him and Meteor working in coordination. It's these 3-man formations that Gen G loves to play off of each other so well with. The early execute, brilliant. First Munchkin's flash, then the Dizzy hits 2. And that opens up some space for Texture to break some ankles, do some damage. And then from there, Gen G just so well coordinated.
Looking like a rush play here. Texture gliding forward, Cryo tucked away. Decent damage gonna be dealt there. Spray across and Cryo tagged low. Does manage to exit with his life intact.
See what Gen G wants to do. You would think they're going to pull back, but it is Gen G, and they're confident.
I mean, Dizzy.
That's huge.
Great pop-off there. This plan comes in from the wingman. Now they're going to try to interrupt that one. Sata's not going to be able to collect 1 kill. Locky to take him down, but Busio traded out. Picture here, back yellow. But it's going to be Munchkin who's filling the kill feed. Scoops up a 3rd elimination as Bang and Asuna both get taken down. Cryo, EU. See if they can deal some additional damage. Already 2 kills. Texture tagged up. Munchkin as well. But Munchkin gets himself an ace. 2 clean taps, 5 kills, and Gen G up to 11.
I mean, all year, Munchkin has just been godlike with the Guardian. The man is just unbelievable with this gun. So efficient, so clean with it. You almost sometimes wonder, why does he even buy a Vandal? Because he's just outrageously good.
Oh
my God.
Back-to-back, the narrow angle. And the ace as the cherry on top. Gen G looking to get the hell out of Icebox as quickly as they can.
I did not have this on my bingo card today.
Certainly not. That's just been this entire tournament. It's Cryo now posted up. He's going to be good for the first one. Meteor going to be taken down, but Bang traded out. Kill a piece here between the Jets.
Gen G likes what they see. They're now leaning in this direction. I think they're going to leave Locky over to throw a Dizzy, maybe buy some attention, but it's a flash towards back yellow.
Flash not connecting there on to Busio. He tucks back. Hardline not able to find that kill. Busio holding things down as Karen does fall. Pushes forward, looks for more, finds it. Snappy with the readjustments. It's Busio. Send back into this round. 3 kills found. Lockett going to be able to recover this Vandal here, but the spike is stranded on the opposite side of the map. Turret now set up as well to give Busio some contact over in Garage.
Just pure confidence from Gen G. They wanted to take this op out. It's an early investment from 100 Thieves. They wanted to see if they could potentially sneak it away and really do a knockout blow to 100 Thieves, but Nokia has upgraded. Still could grab a few more guns out of 100 Thieves' hands.
Busio, he's got the setup here. Lockett also taking some damage. The alarm bot telling all. Rotation now coming through. Asuna just looking to pinch down here into mid. And for Lockheed, it's just a matter of, can you deal additional damage because the round is absolutely done and dusted. Tuck into the corner. Don't think he's going to be ready for this one. But now, the Dizzy coming through. He will be able to find that headshot. His own Dizzy up over the top. Nothing going to be spotted for 100 Thieves. The op will remain in their hands. They will keep themselves afloat and deny Gen G from getting up to map point.
But even that kill there at the end is big. 100 Thieves is low on cash. And let's see what they're going to be able to scrape together here. A Bulldog for Bang. Busio has a Vandal. Asuna does have a Thrash. EU able to get together a Vandal and a full armor. So, and a Judge for Asuna. So still a pretty good buy. They're able to scrape together.
Malah ngamuk nih.
Especially able to keep that operator, for sure, a big part of it. Oh no. Munchkin's having a good time up there. And certainly...
Always a dangerous sign.
Yeah.
Up again, posted up. Here on top of yellow. Cryo looking. Gonna be scouted. Now cannot exit.
Shut the dash
Have
down.
that tailwind, but they're not taking enough space. Not scaling forward fast enough to deny this. Do they suspect that he's gonna re-peek?
Iya,
They kinda do, but the shot goes wide all the same. That one now up over the top, texture spotting. Trying to get the catch here, but now it's gonna be full blind. She's still set up top.
Oh.
Push up.
Oh, damn.
Mercutio trying to bail them out. He and Bang, one apiece. Karen gets back out. Bang now dead. It's just Asuna with the judge to try to get themselves back over into this B site. EU creeping across over towards Snowman, but Meteor on the hunt, working his way forward here into kitchen, hearing the drop down, and relaying this over to his teammates.
Ini bakal kita nih.
Waits out the dizzy.
Sama
Oh, gets spotted. Asuna recovering a weapon, keeps him in the round. Texture's got the AWP in hand. It's going to be a little bit of a wallbang shot there onto EU, so does not find the elimination. Spike still stranded. Recon, the ping onto one. Karen detained for a brief little moment, but cannot collect the kill. Aldrone over the top, cleared. 30 seconds remaining. Gen.G, can they bail themselves out of this position?
Flank from Asuna.
It's going on red.
It's huge.
The reposition from him, absolutely monstrous. They suspect absolutely nothing. Plant now coming through. He won't be able to interrupt that one, but he will be able to get the strike. He will be able to get the kill. Wingman out to clear, ignored by Texture, swing on the corner, shot goes wide, and Asuna saves them.
no, bro.
Oh my god, what a round from Asuna. This looked like it had Gen.G on match point written all over it. But he comes up huge, shutting down Meteor's lurk, and opens up a bunch of space for himself to make a rotation. Buys a ton of time with the thrash. They delay here. And Gen.G gets tunnel vision towards the site itself and can't convert the round. Cryo still gonna have the op, a Bulldog for Bang. Gen.G on Sheriffs, but as we've seen a lot this year, Gen.G a force to be reckoned with on Thrifties.
Let's see how it goes.
Time and time again, they can make those Sheriffs sing. But a lot of ults as well here. Crash, no command, Viper's Pit. Texture trying to push space early. Taking some turret damage. Finally gonna clear that out.
Suspicious about Lucio's position, but never really checked in. EU just trying to get across, able to find Texture now. Lockhead gonna be taken down. Recon gets the ping, looking for the damage here, looking for the kill. Meteor trying to tuck back, but he will be hounded down. Munchkin now, last one standing. Spike gonna be picked up. Still trying to rotate his way over into A, but Bang able to get the catch. 100 Thieves continue to claw this back.
Yeah, they're starting to really look like they're reading this pace that Gen.G has been bringing really well. Normally, Gen.G's a little bit slower, but Gen.G's been pretty committal so far this half, so I'm curious if now, maybe this is the round. They take a little bit more time. Really cautious with Under Thieves. They're all over the map. They're never going to show you the same look twice. They'll go for walkabouts. They'll try to take aggressive early positions. And they're so good at holding their angles. They're so difficult to displace with utility. And that's something that Gen.G has had some success with.
We're going to be taking Hunter's Fury now online for EU. A little bit of space take here from Gen.G, but now slowing things down. Going quiet. Cutting noise. Drone over the top. Looking for a target. Is able to spot out Lakia. Not going to be the Hunter's Fury in the back of that one, but Asuna swinging forward. Shut down by Munchkin. Falls to 45 HP.
Right here.
Gen.G loves those bait and switches. We saw it a lot in the defender's half where Lakia is trying to set up for either Texture or somebody else, or Munchkin or Charon. This time it works. They catch 100 Thieves.
As the Dizzy goes up over the top. It's going to be the lockdown here. Trying to push them back, stave them off. Mosh, though, connecting in on top of it. Not going to be able to clear this one. Texture going to be taken down. 4 players detained. Absolutely everyone caught this round. It's a massacre. Bustio collecting an ace off the back of the O. Perhaps no. Meteor will shut it down. But what a catastrophe for Gen.G. Meteor once again noted, expecting the swing from the flank, but fully trusting that the lockdown would be cleared out. No plan B whatsoever. Everybody caught. And that could be the nail. Being driven into the coffin here as 100 Thieves are now just 4 rounds away from tying it up.
This is an uncharacteristic mistake from Gen.G. No follow-up with the mosh.
I mean,
no fragment, no nothing else. No stake fight.
It's the closest thing we've seen to another Crashy's rope moment.
It really is.
The zip line on Fracture.
You're absolutely right.
All of them absolutely and completely screwed. Nothing to be done as Boostio. They can't get the ace, but I think the main damage that he was looking to deal was mental.
No doubt. And I mean, you'll see slip-ups from Gen G from time to time. You know, Meteor kind of walking into some lockdowns here and there this season, but having all four detained, woo boy. I mean, again, you can't give this 100 Thieves team any openings like that. You can't give them any extra rope to cling on to, because they're gonna take it and then throw you off the cliff behind them. I mean, they are just too good, and they're banking up a huge economy. They've got a Hunter's Fury. They're a couple away from a Viper's Pit. This is a crucial round for Gen G, as they're gonna have to invest a lot of cash, half armors and rifles, thrash in a Viper's Pit of their own. Try to get this done. One away from a lockdown, one away from a Blade Storm, so Texture gets that no matter what going into the next round if they do lose and it's an eco, but this is potentially the pivotal round of the map. And it's been pretty good executes from Gen G. They're able to find good first bloods, but some of the follow-up on this attacker side hasn't been as clean. And it's because 100 Thieves is so snappy, so aware, so smart. They're constantly repositioning on you. Meteor gets on Bang.
Able to catch him, the thrash now. Chasing, not sure if Austin has been spotted, but Lakia cut down! EU with the Hunter's Fury finds two! The post-plant pit now not possible, as EU keeps them in an advantageous position. Push up here into the tube, Meteor gonna be knocked down to 44. The jiggle peek out, EU challenging, whittling away at him. So shock darts have to be avoided.
Standing ahead.
Recon the check, but Meteor does give him the ping, but he tucks back. Down now to 28.
This is so tense right now. So got Texture creeping his way forward, and Boostio lurking behind that site, able to play off that alarm bot. Flash sets him up.
Meteor chasing forward. Munchkin dead. Boostio able to find that kill. Meteor swooping through, finds one, somehow walks across. Looks for the plant, but now the Mosh gonna be coming up over the top. Where does it land? He's able to avoid it, but he gets flushed out into the open, and Asuna collects the kill. Now it is all on Texture. A 1v3 with an operator on the opposite side. Clear out on the recon. They know where he's at. And he's going to be spotted. He's going to be noted. The shorty to soften him up as EU will collect the third. The fuse comes in. 100 Thieves continue to claw it back, and they break the economy of Gen G once more.
Yeah, it's a brilliant read here from 100 Thieves, understanding Gen G's tendencies with this Hunter's Fury. The first one's good, and then the follow-up, just knowing that Lakia, oh, I think he just tapped his feet.
Yeah, just clipped him there.
Just clipped him a little bit. Thought he was safe from it.
Happy little accident for EU.
Thought maybe they had just read that he was going to be hiding up on pipes, because there's almost always somebody from Gen G up there. Still, huge find for EU. And a couple Guardians, a Bulldog, a Stinger, Blade Storm for Texture. Gen G, to see if they can find a Thrifty.
I mean, I was going to say, it's basically the first attempt that they've really had at it. They've been consistent in that regard throughout the year. What a way to push up to 12 this would be, but 100 Thieves, odds very much in their favor. Cryo holding that line. Texture, and she gets way forward. The knive's not going to connect. Bang, able to find that kill, finds himself a second, finds himself a third. One by one, they fall. Karen with the Stinger will pick up one. Swaps to the Classic, finds another. Weapon going to be recovered here. Pitch getting ready to come through. Wide swings out, will be able to do a little bit more damage, but nowhere close to a clutch. Up recovered, 100 Thieves now, up to 9.
And Bang is so good at this angle. He was demolishing Foot from outside of green. I mean, just absolutely making their lives a living nightmare. And this is a round that you could have told me it was him playing Foot with the way he's so fast, so snappy, so clean.
Let's go, boys. We can do this comeback.
This is a great read, and Boostio definitely letting them know that they have a chance at this comeback, and they definitely do now, because after this round, if Gen G loses, their economy is going to be down in the dumps a bit again.
I mean, it almost guarantees that they tie it up. Pit going to be invested. It's Cryo pushing forward, finding Meteor, taking out one of those pesky ults. Hasn't been able to utilize it. Dash pop, drone on the hunt though, Texture tucks back, swing out,
Oh,
Cryo gets the headshot. And this round is being shut down piece by piece.
And this Viper's pit off the rip just makes 100 Thieves so confident to hold these angles on A.
Gen G,
pressure them, yeah.
The way they're sat back, I mean, trying to see if there's going to be some kind of swing, but
they have to save.
Yeah, it's just going to be them tucking away. I mean, you see Munchkin hand off the mouse. We got 50 seconds of nothingness here as Gen G look to try to hold on to these weapons, but 100 Thieves, given their economy, absolutely can go on the hunt, and they should.
No doubt. They're definitely going to want to punish this. And they're going to take a little bit of extra time. I mean, there's a ton of time left on the clock, but 100 Thieves, oh man, their defense on this map, so good. They're so tricky.
30 seconds
You're
left.
never, ever getting the same look twice. And they're just so proactive. That Viper's pit just never even contested, never even considered by Gen G. They just said, all right, we're going to try to go for A, and it was just immediately demolished.
It seems like they're not going to go for the chase here.
10 seconds left.
Not wanting to give over any extra kills. Busio, looks like he will go on a solo mission here, pushing forward. Just checks out around A lobby, not going to be spotting much and doesn't want to over pursue. Jump onto the corner, Asuna to be able to keep his life intact here, but so too will all three players of Gen G. So a couple rifles going to be carried over, but now the next time out having to be called, Busio finding more and more reason to be on his feet.
Yeah, just a great play here from Cryo. Texture did it to them. His turn to do it right on back. Ready for that repeat. Texture, no cover there. Definitely something that I saw on one of the A executes from Gen G that they did a really good job using some of that Viper's utility and other smokes to cut off Cryo's angles when they approached A nest. But there's been a couple rounds where they haven't been able to disrupt Cryo from his positioning, whether it be on A, whether it be on B. He's had at least opportunities to get those opening shots. And that's something that definitely needs to be addressed here by Gen G.
It was a minor incident, foot series, but given the way that they were able to close that one out, given the way that they're running this back at the moment, can't fault them too much for it.
7 in a row. 7 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
Is what 100 Thieves has done. I mean, that's unbelievable.
I just stop a bonus conversion and then streak from there. 100 Thieves looking to continue that to tie things up. Timeout call from Gen G. Is it good enough to get them up to 12? They've had these ults for quite some time now. This pit is locked in, but they just have not been able to get into any kind of position to utilize them. Meanwhile, Busio dangerously close to yet another lockdown himself, just 2 away.
Think about Cryo. Started out 0-5, now he's 17-15. He has really come alive.
Cryo's just gonna go for the same peak. It's a player up over the top, looks for the readjustment, cannot find it. Crash now coming through the drop down Texture. They're all blinded up, but he cannot collect the second kill. Busio covering fire, gonna be good, but now Meteor pushing his way all the way up through mid. Finds one, Karen catches bang. It's EU and Asuna to try to save them in this round. Lakia exiting, gets pinged. He's got the spike in hand. He's trying to rotate out, and 2 players chasing in from behind. Karen swinging over. The Mosh to try to cover his exit. He goes bouncing forward. Just B-hopping down on the tube. Gen G slipping the net.
And what a change up at the beginning of this round. And they're going to send the pit from kitchen all the way to the bridge for the plant. But Meteor and Karan going on lurks and winning those battles. Gen G playing into their strengths of these individual, unbelievably talented fraggers they have, who can go out and get you big picks in the beginning parts of the rounds.
And how do you even try to get into this position? 1 rope being watched, Lakia playing forward. Mosh sent in towards kitchen. The drone to try to escort the clear out, but Lakia able to capitalize on the decay damage revealed. However, EU comes away with a kill. Shock dart sent, but nothing more realistically here to be dealt, to be done. The spike will go off. Gen G will get themselves up to 12, breaking a 7 consecutive round win streak here from 100 Thieves to take map point. But 100 Thieves, the economy flush with cash, they are still in this.
And think about how important this was, as Karan does take out EU, but think about how important this was that Gen G had both their timeouts rolling into this second half to be able to take one in this moment to set themselves up at match point.
Solid entry, but Lucio hoping to keep things close here, but Meteor just being completely unnoted on that rotate, that push all the way up through mid. Timing absolutely gorgeous from him. As a sigh of relief, delayed high five. They can breathe a little bit easier, but cannot relax quite just yet, because we very well could be far from over. EU, one away, but Cryo, first of all, texture like they killed. Sata looking for timing, he's able to find one. He himself, though, dizzied up, shut down Lakia, finds the kill. Lockdown gonna be coming through, and this time, Gen.G believing in it, respecting it, but also finding their own. EU pushing forward, trying to find it, trying to destroy, but he ends up getting picked off.
This is huge, the counter lockdown. They're able to bait it out because the pressure was so strong from Gen.G off the rip. This gives them a huge opportunity.
And those kills gives the thrash. Over here to Lakia, bang. Up top to detain, through. They cannot find the kills. Gen.G will put their feet down and close out Icebox 13-10.
Fantastic map between these two teams to start. Exactly what you wanted, a close back and forth.
That it was, and with Ascent coming through, we've seen so many teams dropping their own map picks. This is far from over. See if 100 Thieves can rally back or if Gen.G get a 2-0 when we return from the break.
하나, 둘, 셋, 젠지! 또라라라라라, 오메요!
Not sure what sensitivity you perform best with? Are you constantly changing your sensitivity because you're missing? Introducing the Universal Sensitivity Finder in AIM Labs. Get real-time sensitivity recommendations. Keep track of the sensitivities you perform best with, then bring it into your next ranked game and dominate. Now available in AIM Labs Plus.
Red Bull gives you wings.
It's been a while since I wished you well. I can't remember how we passed that time. All these faces staring at me, getting closer to the sun. All these voices shouting at me, wishing they could see me drown.
Tekstur Korean mockup fish filing. Dan takutin kadang enak tuh malam buat. You are now able to get the file to capture this plan. Cool. Ini mah kemana? Wah, jangan-jangan kan. Aduh, masuknya ke sini. Salah masuk satunya jauh title tuh apa
Hey guys, I'm here right now with Solo of Genji and with Jen to help with some translation. Now Solo, it looked as though Genji had quite a lead, but then 100 Thieves were able to make a bit of a comeback. What do you usually tell the team during times like those when they need that extra push to be able to close out a map?
감독님 오늘 시작이 정말 좋았는데 살짝 상대에게 추격을 허용하기도 했었거든요. 이럴 때 선수들에게 어떤 얘기를 해주면서 확실히 승기를 잡을 수 있고 승리를 굳힐 수 있도록 도와주시나요?
일단 뭐 자신감을 불어 넣어주고 저희가 어쨌든 상대방이 어떻게 하는지를 저희가 코치들이 얘기를 많이 해주면서 이길 수 있다라는 그냥 자신감을 많이 넣어준 것 같아요. 네.
So we try to keep the confidence level up for the players, telling them you can definitely win this, you guys can do this as well. And me and HSK, we also tell the players their game plan, our opponent's game plan, and how they should navigate through the match, and also, you know, just keeping the confidence level up.
Well, I think their confidence levels are very much up after that map win. Let's see if Genji can close this one out.
Yo guys, yo, hello, hello.
You gotta give it to Karen. He showed him. He showed him. This is the map that you guys thought that 100 Thieves would be able to take it home. Are you surprised that it was Genji in the end?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I am surprised, but I think that especially after what we saw on the first half, we were pretty convinced. I think that time after time, how proactive Genji were being on the defense round after round. I think that this is a good example. Also in round 6, just defying this wall from Viper time after time, not respecting it, and finding this first fix. 100 Thieves was always on the verge of like deciding what to do next.
What's funny is it's really similarly to what 100 Thieves is finding success with in their last match of Icebox when they played against Foot. These really proactive early rounds where you're finding timings like this one off the knife, going for the contact push up. Texture doing a lot of these rounds where he's just taking a solo swing in and punishing players as they're setting up for this execute. If you let this double initiator comp exec on you, you will be losing rounds. If you're proactive, you can win. Genji proved that. And one of the big players making those plays was Karon. He's been great this whole event, and he had a massive step up in this map.
But I think that for me personally, after what we saw this map and the comparison between the two halves, we could go pound for pound on every single head-to-head and just being like Lakia and then Asuna. Like there's been so many good stellar moments for each and one of these players, understanding where they have to be in the map and how the spike should not go down.
This was proof though of how good both these teams are on their defensive side. I think that if 100 Thieves had started on defense, this could have been a different story. A strong map for both squads, but it's huge for Genji to start this with a win.
Yeah, from one rookie to another, let's head into the AIM Labs shoot around and check in on 100 Thieves EU, who also had his moments on this map. And again, they very nearly pulled off the 3-11 comeback.
Yeah, it was so close to making it happen. Their defensive side, I think honestly, taking a lot of those similar keys, right? These teams play similar comps, so the defense has similar success. It's the same proactivity. It's cryo swinging it. It's Io and Asuna working in in conjunction to set up a lot of these combined rounds with the Sova Gecko comp. Unfortunately for 100 Thieves fans, it just wasn't quite enough, with Gen.G calling a few key adaptations out that timeout.
It was so fresh to see them playing like that. Like every single player, like there was a round where it looked like he had everything, then Munchkin ults and it's done.
I mean, his ults were insane in that one too from EU. That double kill with the Hunter's Fury round was huge.
I can't wait to see what 100 Thieves coach Zix had to say ahead of map 2.
I'm here right now with Zix of 100 Thieves. That was a really close map. Can you let us know, during those rounds that the team was able to string together, what was going right for the team and how will that carry over to the next map?
I think for the first half, we were a bit slower, like out of pace, I guess, with each other. So going into the second half, we set that as a pretty clear focus, make sure we were like fighting together on the same page. And that was definitely happening way more. Toward the end, we ended up having some messed up plays, is what it is. That meant that we weren't going to end up closing out the map, but it's fine, it happens. We're just going to make sure that we keep to the pace that we like playing and keep just playing on the same page, and we'll recover for map 2 and 3.
All right, well, let's see if 100 Thieves can pick up the pace on Ascent.
Well, they have to recover as we head to Ascent, Kukuga, because otherwise they're going to be knocked into the lowers to face Paper Rex.
Yeah, exactly. And the compositions here are not going to be anything new. We're going to have a mirror matchup here, but Gen.G feels very, very comfortable in this map. Yes, 100 Thieves also have a couple of very dominant wins, but they do not have as much practice as Gen.G has.
Two guys that stepped up big time to get that comeback rolling for 100 Thieves on map 1 were, of course, Boostio and Bang. Those two anchors are going to be critical to get a strong defense side here for 100 Thieves if they want to recover.
Of course, they have to step up and dig a little bit deeper because Achilles and Paper Thin, this is fight for everything here in Master Shanghai.
It absolutely is. Gen.G almost letting that first map get away from them. We know the tenacity, we know the fight is there for 100 Thieves. And as Coach Six was just saying, they're looking to just recollect, ignore that first map, and just focus forward on these next two.
Yeah, they definitely can. 100 Thieves is really good on Ascent. So is Gen.G. Gen.G's been struggling a bit as of recent history on Ascent in Pacific, but they were really good at the beginning of this year. They went like 6-0 or something like that to start the year. Meanwhile, not losing on Ascent at all, 100 Thieves. AC push towards A potentially. Smoker trying to delay. Texture out ahead of it. Bang underneath Hell. Two players in. Karon TPs with Texture. Karon gets the opener.
Karon able to find one. EU going to be taken down. Texture eating a bit of damage here as Bang just lurking here within the smoke. Pushes forward. It's able to find one. Turns his sights over to Lakia, but can't quite finish the job. Ends up getting taken down, but Lakia dealt damage. Taken down low, but still standing. Boostio now, last one alive. HP bars in tatters here for Gen.G. Can he collect the kills? There's the first one. Look at the second, but then Meteor swinging out from main. Shut it down. Gen.G themselves another pistol.
Just enough space given over for Gen.G to punish it. Immediately putting two players into that cloud burst from Texture. No delay at the point of attack from 100 Thieves available. Bang trying to play his life underneath Hell, and he's usually quite good in that spot, but only able to get one. And just Karon, God, he's been insane. You know, the desk highlighted him in between maps, how good he was on Icebox. He's picking up right where he left off, and what an angle Lakia is able to find there between those two smokes. To get the kill onto Asuna. And look at this stack.
Oh my God.
The Tower of Thieves.
This is some new tech. Where did they cook this one up? I'm not sure if it was in a lab or in a kitchen, but that is diabolical.
I love it.
But Gen.G not looking like they really want to swing into this one. For now, it's just going to be Karon poking and prodding around towards A main.
It's like a pyramid you make at cheerleading competitions. Like you're just stacked there. But Gen.G isn't seeming to go in that direction. I mean, they have zero information. They have no idea that this is happening.
Well, smoke across here. Karon still wanting to play late lurk, wanting to play backstab. Smokes off market. Boostio, the only one here, does have a sheriff, can deal some damage. For now, switch gonna be hit. Nice shot across, does take down Munchkin, but quickly traded out. Meteor able to find that kill. Now the rotation's coming through, the pyramid broken.
Karon with a late lurk, but not gonna catch them going to mid just yet. He's at top mid, could do some damage.
Just checking out the rest of the site, nothing gonna be spotted there. A little bit of damage across there. EU whittled away at, down to 68. Just utilizing these Guardians for their best ability. Paranoia not connecting. Karan now slow creeping up here towards Market. EU potentially in a really rough spot. Turning back, not paying attention to the angle, and Karan thinking better rub. Pushes forward. Unable to find the damage. Karan now striking, finds himself a second kill. Bang's gonna be taken down. Noting Cryo over to the side. It's being revealed. Savvy with a headshot meteor. Finds himself a second. Cryo will get one. Stop them from carrying over all of these weapons, but Gen G will find themselves a 2-0 start.
Yeah, so far, Gen G getting a little bit lucky in their read in that round. Could have been a lot worse there. I think 100 Thieves got into a position where they could maybe do some damage, but just in time, Karan showed up and was able to stabilize himself. EU had an opportunity, just a little bit off with the aim, and Karan able to stabilize. Early op for Cryo, the glass cannon, no armor invested. This could be interesting to see where he's going to challenge. He's deep in mid, back behind Pizza. Knife's not going to confirm his position.
Oh, but the shot goes wide! Cryo doesn't find the connection, but Meteor does. Taken down. That is a monstrous kill to be found here for Gen G. They look to try to convert a bonus. Bang pushing forward, sending out the paranoia, but Texture able to still find one. The full flash connecting. He judges forward. Bang has no idea where he's going. He can't see a damn thing. Just TPing into the wall.
Gen G's just so patient. Oh, great shots from Boostio. Is he going to anticipate that Lakia is right behind the other corner?
It's hard to say no. He doesn't. Quick 2-tap. A weapon to be picked up for Lakia. And an attempted save here for EU. This round, absolutely out of the hands of 100 Thieves.
And this is something that 100 Thieves were so good at when I was VOD reviewing, particularly on this map, is dodging utility, dodging flashes, but Gen G just baits them right into it. You know, 100 Thieves gets a little overconfident with their potential weapon advantage, and Gen G just punishes the heck out of them. Munchkin's just willing to full flash Texture so they can set up the rest of the players, and Bang is just screwed.
Chance to do some damage, but Karan just swings out a little bit wider, adjusts a little bit faster. And every single weapon taken out of the hands here of 100 Thieves.
Wah ternyata.
An attack side
Wah iya
bonus
nih Miku nih.
for Gen G.
Astagfirullah.
That's crazy.
Ini baru akan dicoba ya.
Oh
no.
Just below the elbow. Cannot find it. And then Bang, I mean, just full flashed up.
Sial banget lah, sial pantasan kok suaranya kayak nggak ada. Ya Allah, 2 kali.
It's like a human car crash. Just smashes into it.
It's an eco round now. 400 Thieves.
Ah, bodoh lah. Kenapa defaultku malah si itu ya?
See it all the time. Teams are able to string together some thrifties. Gen G is doing their diligence, just making sure there's any push outs they're accounted for. Because 100 Thieves definitely aggressive.
Sabar.
This angle with a stinger. Seeing if maybe he can catch
Sama
somebody up close
tiba-tiba
and personal.
dipindah deh defaultnya deh.
Aki is there, but Flash just backs him off. And you Bang tucked up on top.
Tahu nih.
See if that's going to be read by Texture. He's at least potentially suspecting it.
Smoke coming through, and he's just going to go ahead and spray across. The counter presence, but cannot find that kill now. Dealt with over
Meteor
here.
mati di mana lagi?
Weapon recovered. EU just looking to back away. Flash catching, but Boostio reinforcing. Tucked away now. Good early advantage here for 100 Thieves.
And it's huge. Texture being so weak makes that
Ya sono juga bisa dapat sih kalau dia nge-pick.
100 Thieves doing a good job. Keeping themselves from taking much damage. The fragment.
Just a little bit of damage across there. Asana just sprang, trying to see if he can find anything.
Planting.
0 point in the meantime, checking that there's no lurker over in wine.
Manskin bakal main di situ, terus ada tekstur dari Trabi bakal bantuin jelas. Oh. Dapat.
3 overall, but now Texture all on his lonesome 24 HP. Tries for the readjust. Boostio still here at having the backup plan for the team.
Anti. Terus drifty.
Thieves getting themselves here on the board. The MasterCard Thrifty.
Yeah, huge stuff from 100 Thieves. Able to win some big battles out in the open, doing a ton of damage in the early parts of the round. And EU, oh, he catches Meteor. It's a bait and switch from Market. Nicely done there. And the drop down from Asuna, so well timed. Those Sheriff so strong. Get the reveal on the behind generator player, and Texture has to swing out wide to try to cover that plant position. With the tap, he has to react it because the smoke is there. He can't just assume that they had pulled off. And that's great.
Udah mulai kebaca nih permainannya si Genji.
See what Genji wants to do. They're going in hard.
Mereka masuk kosong kelihatan. Nggak ada siapa-siapa. Sayangnya oke. Aduh, Cryo bro, keras bro. Mati kau. Iya, mama, Cryo. Karon tinggal 3 HP.
Feels like the game plan for Genji here today against this 100 Thieves team is to push the pace on their attacker side. Is to don't give 100 Thieves any breathing room. Don't give them time to figure themselves out. And it's a great combination of the Hunter's Fury, Texture dashing in, and the TP from Karon to gain this crossfire from B main.
Buset, Manskin lari kayak gini nembak. Kocak bener dah. Karon itu kocak juga.
Bustio had slipped in to the lane position, and he was dealt with. That could have been the backbreaker for Genji in that round. But Meteor, so aware. Now they've got a lockdown versus lockdown.
Here.
Do have the no command from Munchkin.
Mereka main 3-0-2. Sebenarnya 3-1-2 sih kayaknya. Bakal main mid Cryo, tapi bakal mantekin mid. Mid mana tuh? Bustio. Oh, tahu ada satu di situ. Pengen tahu malah kalau dia udah kecek. Smoke hilang. Ini bakal diambil si tekstur itu. Nah baru, kan di smoke arah city dari side-nya biar nggak dia nge-pick. Terus baru kayak mainannya Peperex juga gitu soalnya. Oh iya, Bustio, ketembak bro, Bustionya yang hampir mati. Gantian, sabar. Drone, keluarin.
Just any kind of exits that he can get, but otherwise wants to just
tuck time
and keep that Phantom in his possession.
I think Genji here so weak. They don't want to give up any more kills.
You lari.
Know that Hunter's Fury is one away.
Texture's pushing for it a little bit.
Little
jump peek there. Able to spot it out. Texture trying to rush this down, but EU will collect the
kill.
Take a look back, and I mean
Tuh, freak.
the awareness to just spray through.
Tuh, aku ngeliat Manskin si tekstur nembakin Cryo dari situ. Gila, di wallbang bro.
It's something that Genji has shown us so far in this match is they've done their homework. They understand some of the ways that
pakai Phantom lagi bener.
Position themselves, because 100 Thieves doesn't play a lot of what you would call traditional default. They're kind of active on the map. They're moving players around. Sure. They're trying to tuck players like Bustio into corners, like Bang, in the wine, as we saw in that previous round. Sometimes Bustio will go out in the mid and hide himself.
Bustio bingung. Ini Asuna juga udah mulai nih.
So aware of, and Genji is so far.
Mentality
winning some
bro.
great battles, 1v1s against Meteor. That's great. That's huge. But the rest of Genji is doing a great job working this map and finding 100 Thieves positions.
Aku rasanya gitu kalau di Shanghai, di China, yakin
like the agents in the
kecil
position to
banget
expect
ya
him. Like
arenanya.
Asana in tree all the time. He's rotating around the map. He's being really active. Sometimes it's EU there with the Sova covering that angle. Sometimes it's Bang. So they're really difficult to get a read on, but Gen G so far has, and that's impressive. They've really done a great job prepping for this match, and that credit has to go to Solo and HSK for getting them ready so far.
Well, first timeout called. See what the adjustments look like here for 100 Thieves.
Wih, line up baru tuh. Boleh.
So far on this defensive side. Another ult built up. EU with that final kill, able to get the Hunter's Fury ready.
Line up buat ngecek ini ya. Satu bar ya. Satu bar itu.
Yeah, he's looking for that Hunter's Fury angle off the recon dart. Gen G wise to it.
Kayak kepala juga jadinya.
Flash into the face of Texture.
So.
Looking fairly nonplussed. Tailwind now going to be popped, pushing forward and cannot get the knives through.
Aduh. Aduh. Mereka lagi patrol itu. Main fast tempo di arah mid kan tuh.
It's going to be tough. Seeing if they can find some space, but Munchkin about to be challenged. Huge from Cryo.
With a shot, looking for the finisher, pushing
mati. Lagi tahu ada satu di R.
Spotting out one, decides to back away. Tap onto the spike, clear on the recon. No, does get pinged. Darts now going to be flying at his feet. Gets the plant down.
Aduh, itu harusnya sabar dulu, nunggu di gen sebentar baru masukin.
Yeah, it's just a great hold in market by Bang. He's so steady in positions like that. So difficult to displace, and there's no utility that's able to get in there to make Textures attack into that position easy.
Analisa dari seorang Diamond player. Nipen kalau suruh ngambil angle-angle kecil itu, strong dia, kayak bot tarung. Strong banget dia.
Now big ultimates as they look to try to get 2 rounds consecutively. Everything aside from
401 221. Si Meteor dikasih satu titik di pimen. Sedangkan dari tim 100 Thief tuh disebar per lokasi nyari angle posisi. Karon gak ketahuan.
So both Hunter's Furies, both lockdowns there. Counters are available. Gen G is really trying to work the map, trying to clear.
Tapi Munchkin ketahuan bro.
Armbot in mid. Will it land? Oh, it's too far. Forward position. Not going to catch it. So now they're going to put the smoke down. It's right inside of that smoke.
Yeah, not really going to be able to avoid it. Blind TP forward into pizza. Munchkin sending the flash in here towards 3 fragment, instantly coming through Asana, looking to save them all. Forces them back. Again,
lagi dan lagi, astaga. Bro, cek corner, bro, tekstur. Astaga.
Out of Gen G's hands, lock it out in mid, able to find one, the peak coming through, but I don't think they're going to read EU whatsoever. They do not.
Corner, bro.
Again, last man standing. Just sat here on shore. Spike stranded over at market.
Astagfirullah.
Seeing if he can get away with anything.
Gila Genji bro. Cek corner bro.
Let's see if anybody's going to go for it. Yeah, there's the spot. Makia trying to get away. Still have Cryo to consider.
Found them. Of the recon, do they push forward now?
Wih, selamat lagi ya, selamat.
So Loki will be able to carry over the weapon. Economy still decent for the side of Gen G, but Bang is in this position.
Lagi dan lagi tuh bro. Yang mati yang 2 orang pertama sama lagi. Karon sama tekstur.
Think about the lockdown in the previous map where it caught all the players, and here this round just not accounting for the fact that Bang's in the exact same spot. I mean, that's
ini kalau kalah temot sih.
Somebody should be checking for.
Temot sekali.
At least doing a quick peek to see.
Karon far forward here. Doesn't put any damage back there onto Asana. He just gets whittled away at Boosie at the same time. Back over across the map, getting tagged down to 57.
This is This is 100 Thieves in their
Di
element.
pistol
They're able to push out.
biasakan yuk, biasakan cek on.
Take control of the extremities of the map.
Ini Cryo buat bait doang nih, walaupun dapat satu nanti dia ngetes, tapi bakal buat baiting banget.
All over the map, trying to catch you off guard. And it's starting to work.
Facebook
to find the response, to find the counter to it. Lakia does have an Odin to back up that Hunter's Fury. Both lockdowns were used, so still those Hunter's Furies could be invested to find picks.
Push down Cat. EU at the same time. Jiggle peeking back over at spawn.
Aduh, nggak masuk Manskin.
Doesn't gain much information. EU quick to rotate over, decides to hold on to the dart for a little bit longer. As Texture gets himself up into window, and Munchkin not reading that he's being shot at whatsoever. Texture now does come in, manages to find that backstab, but cannot display.
Aduh, Meteor.
3 kills for him and shot on the door. Meteor. Make his presence known. Does find that one, but
Waduh. Timeout nggak sih? Kenji, timeout dulu dong.
Yeah, and now the utility exchanges are starting to go 100 Thieves way.
Timeout.
They're not really getting caught out by Genji.
Tahu bro, kapan timeoutnya aku?
Munchkin there just completely sandwiched, not aware that EU could be coming so quick. Something you have to be aware of with 100 Thieves. They're really fast to react to open space and try to punish you.
Soalnya lah, kenapa aku bilang timeout? Jelas mereka udah kalah berturut-turut 3 kali. Dari 5-1 ya, 3 kali berturut-turut dengan keuangan yang bisa dibilang setelah ini tuh drop banget. Makanya mereka kan bakal ini habis ini nge-save. Mainnya seperti biasa, kalau kalah nggak masalah, tapi yang penting semungkin dapetin ekonomi karena habis dari ngekill. Saya itu dapat senjata lagi kan di round selanjutnya. Nah, itu penentuannya. Di pistol round ini, di pistol round di saving by ini mungkin Kenji bakal ambil senjata sih, beli senjata perang, terutama buat tekstur. Untuk sheriff di Karon lagi, terus bakal main, nggak mungkin mid sih kayaknya. Mereka bakal stack. Oh, malah main mid kayaknya nih. Mid di smoke sama Karon. Ih, masih bisa beli. Mereka force buy bro.
100 Thieves is able to shut these rounds down at the point of attack of Genji, so they don't have to.
Ya, half armor sih.
They're just getting kills.
Wait, what?
Just a couple rounds ago. Yeah. But everything else has just been pocketed by them. Cryo now. Set up, anticipating maybe a bit of a jiggle peek out. Dart over the top. Smoke is well invested. That'll force him back. Space being taken, but 0 point, not going to be noting anybody. Alarm bot, not going to be cleared out.
Lagi dan lagi nggak nih? Kayaknya Bang udah tahu dia ambil reposition. Soalnya dia udah hampir 2 kali di situ terus. Ini ambil angle-nya dari si Cryo yang nentuin masuk atau enggaknya. Mau nunggu smoke dulu nih. Dapat smoke 1 di Karon, smoke arah Cryo. Mereka bakal maju ke arah B. Set di smoke. Oh, nggak perlu nunggu. Aduh. Tadi aku lihat Meteor, dia berusaha ngambil itu. Berusaha ngambil spike tapi malah dapat senjata terus.
As well as bang here on the site. The swing out of the smoke and Lakia doesn't know what hit him. It's Karon able to see one, tries to go in for the challenge, but Cryo will have absolutely none of it. We are tied up at 5-5.
Nih, aduh, keuntungan warnatif. Tapi jangan salah, ini map defending lah ya. Map defending ini loh. Jangan salah bro. Dari 5/5 ini walaupun udah kebaca dari Genji-nya, tapi mereka setidaknya dapat 5 di awal itu. Udah bagus banget.
Genji has to go down to a slightly weaker buy now. 2 Guardians, Karon and Lakia. Still that Hunter's Fury though as well for Lakia. See if he can find
the hell? Hey,
they're 3-man stacking here towards A.
Force by terus jelas si kayaknya dari Genji. Soalnya duit dari kalah juga tinggi juga sih, lumayan deh.
It's just going to be the turret cleared out. Nano waiting around the corner and Cryo as well, shifting over by Ali. Genji just poking and prodding, just trying to remove some of this util.
Nggak ada yang ketahuan dari tim Genji. Radeon mikir, oh mereka bakal stacking di arah B, main atau main mid lagi. Makanya Cryo mantekin ke arah market biar ngecek kalau ada yang lewat. Di sini ada one isi EU. Kemungkinan bakal di smoke arah 3. Di smoke. Mereka masuk. Maskin terus bro, mati. Aduh. Itu line up-nya keren banget sih si EU. Gila. Setup buat di arah 3. Aduh. Lagi main Odin tuh. Gila itu, apa namanya? Reconnya gila.
All that info garnered, and it's another round shut down before the spike even gets close to being planted for Genji. 100 Thieves, so tricky, so smart, so aware.
Cari. Oh, nggak dapat.
For a decently strong half here on the defender side, rescuing that rocky start. Again, that streak building up, that momentum building behind them.
Tapi ini cerita karena terlalu banyak permain mid. Wih, Killjoy ngapain Killjoy? Kerja. Perang.
And he punishes the heck out of him for it. So smart. Sure here, I think gonna give the ult over to Munchkin indeed.
Last round bro, beli aja. Ini baru nih. Mereka menyadari kekurangan, mereka bakal main push cara cepat. Mereka baru sadar, kenapa nggak dari tadi gini ya, pasti gitu. Biasanya kadang abis round terakhiran tuh mereka bakal kayak gini. What? Why you do that?
Drone to try and scout everybody here within the site itself. No one disconnected, no one out in main, no one on a flank.
Ambil scan under kayaknya. Di scan under. Gak ada yang ngedetek. Peristiwa kena. Meteor ambil Octus. Dengar suara drop.
That recon dart, even though it doesn't spot anything, the lack of information, they understand where
defense.
Down early. Nicely thought out by Genji. A little bit rough in that post plant, but they got it done.
Breathe a sigh of relief once again, just breaking that streak, bringing it back to parity. Genji, can they find stability, even on the defender side? Some mistakes being witnessed. Still, definitely a cause for concern. No way to breathe easy going into this next half. Pistol round, ever important. Let's see who is going to take that first step. And for now, we'll go ahead and pass this back over to the analyst to break things down.
Well, that half could not have been close, and
bro, transisinya bro, tolonglah dikasih transisi itu.
Bang.
Nggak ada transisi sama sekali.
I definitely meant to say that, wrote that myself. But yeah, 100 Thieves are on the board.
Yeah, exactly. I think that things started off so quickly for Genji. They were just constantly standing one step ahead. But the moment that 100 Thieves, with plays like this one, especially from Bang coming from market, started shutting them down, they started slowing down time after time, and then is when the problems started to come for the squad.
Still, 6-6 is an amazing attack side on Ascent coming out of Genji. Getting that last round on the board.
Itu bang, gila banget bang.
Change of pace into the A site was huge for them. Even before that, though, I think they did a really good job of playing the mid round throughout, baiting out a lot of this utility.
Yang tadi disayangin banget, mereka tuh coba main mid terus-terusan loh. Dan itu gagal terus, dan itu yang kedua kalinya terima sakit tekstur sama Karon ngecekin ke arah mid.
is not bad,
dan
right? When we're talking about
mati
the
sama
attack
Bang
side, but Gen G is right now 3 out of
2
3
kali
in
loh
pistols
di tempat
in
yang
this
sama.
series. If 100 Thieves wants to take it back, it has to start with the pistol. I think it has to start with
Sebenarnya
some
dari
confidence
tekstur
on their attack side.
kalau nggak salah hak itu apa namanya overthinking, soalnya walaupun dia udah nge-smoke dia itu masih ngecekin arah situ terus kena bait dari arah pintu marketnya sebelah sana, jadi nggak sempet ngecekin Bang, tapi itu sayangnya di situ mereka bergantian matinya lagi.
Pistol round is going to be absolutely pivotal here, as Kakuka said. 100 Thieves, they haven't managed to win a single pistol round just yet, and this could be the most important one, Achilles and Paperthin, for their tournament so far.
Dong sama si Perspat bro, mantap bro.
Handley fair now, shifting sides. Gen G over onto the defense.
Main Vega apa?
Favor him 6-6 overall on
Wih,
paper. Sounds like it'd be
keren
fantastic
juga tuh. Buat kill cuy. Wih, kencang banget bro. Ini fast tempo dari One Native.
Quick clear, no pings found, and no shock darts.
Wih, hampir.
You're gonna be broken. Meteor able to find one, but now tag low. Swings back in, does get himself a second. Karan, no,
Ay,
dealt with.
bisa nih Karan, lucky.
Man standing, can't quite make it
Hampir.
EU will get the better of him at the end, and 100 Thieves will take the pistol.
This just comes down to slightly faster timing here from 100 Thieves. Their flash is in anticipation of aggression from Gen G.
Main fast tempo W Gaming. Oh pantes dari Perplex main 4 tarung lawan mereka nih.
Nasana's flash is perfect. A lot of damage done on the way through to 100 Thieves, so that makes it close because they're all very, very weak. And Locky has an opportunity but can't quite get it done. And that is a monstrous pistol round for 100 Thieves.
Looking for a similar rush out
Cepet lagi nih.
Just ignoring the one-way setup. Pop flash gonna be sent in. Munchkin doing a decent amount of
damage. Tekstur bro, tekstur.
Weapon cannot be recovered here. Way too far forward for it, but they'll even just juggle him back, not wanting any advantages handed over here to Gen G. What a bailout from Texture.
Gen G's so good with sheriffs.
Now in the danger zone here is 100 Thieves. Any more kills, any more weapons lost, that's going to be painful for him. Smokes in ahead of the 0
Saya dulu zamannya pas lagi itu termasuk 2 lawan 1 nih.
Pushes back the weapon, scoops up the Vandal. Either way you slice it, this is already catastrophic for the side of 100 Thieves. Let's see if he can get the win. Ooh, shots through, just looking.
Di wallbang tuh kah?
Whittle away
Gila.
Shock dart landing right in front of his face. Plant in. An off default plant allows him to avoid these shock darts as the drone goes on the hunt. Cannot get that dart reveal.
Jangan sendiri. Bareng. Si Bang nyawanya penuh soalnya.
Come down to timing.
One more TP available for him. Lockya inching his way forward. Time starting to twiddle. The drop down, Lockya not getting
Uy, meteor. Pedusnya. Lockya sih masih buat baitingnya bagus banget bro. Lompat guys, bener-bener jadi umpan hidup bro. Ter 2, sepatu tuh 2, iya. Tuhan bro, dihitung bro. 4K itu sih. Mereka round buying lagi ya. Tim China nggak mau dukung KG karena mereka pengen lihat tim Pasifik juga pulang semua. Aduh, tekstur kalah sama Kroyun Cinchan.
Suspects that they're going to be in a little bit deeper, and he does not turn for the flash. He's going to be taken out. That's going to be a weapon recovered here for the side of 100 Thieves. Meteor now arriving in Heaven. Fragment disrespects it, drifts across it, finds a headshot, but bang, takes it down. And a
Aduh, mereka ngapain bro?
Get ecoed, they eco him right back. Minor investment. Lockya now last one standing.
Soft nggak sih tadi? Kalau aku soft bro.
Get themselves back into a leading position. What a response.
Aduh, thrifty bro, thrifty berthrifty lagi nih. Gila. Tekstur emang nggak beli sih ya? Gede outlaw kayaknya.
Insanely good stuff. And it just shows you how good these two teams are. Able to go eco for eco against each other. Genji down to Sheriffs. Shorty for Lakia. Phantom for Meteor, Guardian for Texture, and they're just going to keep the pace going.
Storming their way through. Nano going to be going off. Paranoia connecting onto a couple players, and Asada the turret finishes them off.
Ya Allah, thrifty bro. Gila.
And somehow it's happening again.
What is going on?
Nggak dibilang thrifty sih kalau dari Genji sih, tapi
They're just reading each other so well. Oh, the spot.
dari kalah ke kalah lagi kan.
That's the spot, but he TP's back jam. They think he's
Kira masuk ke itu hell. Disemuk sama Karan. Aduh, nggak ada. Oh, nice.
It's another Mastercard thrifty. 8-8. These teams inseparable.
These have been some of the most explosive rounds you will see on Ascent. They are just clobbering each other on A. Look at these nanos.
Tuh, matiin banget cuma. Gila. Setupnya si Meteor bagus juga.
Absolutely unreal scenes. The likes of which
Jadi benar-benar kena jebakan di situ.
Give me more of that. I'm enjoying this.
Well, the economy needs to be broken if that's going to be the case. Texture waiting out to see if there's going to be a
Ketahuan bro.
100 Thieves, read it.
Scanningnya agak lama tadi. Jadi makan tadi tekstur bingung. Apalagi dia udah ke-scan sama si Asuna.
Brings out the fragment from Genji to make sure that they can reposition, and Munchkin just plops himself right in the middle of this smoke. Bang waiting to see if he'll push out, but Munchkin gonna think better of it. Gets the check though.
Yeah. Munchkin wanting to push it.
Wah, pang tipis banget.
Having to wait out that suppression before trying to make any kind of exit for himself.
That's so well played by Munchkin.
Fake on the TP. Munchkin, does he read that at all?
Oh si Meteor tahu bro. Meteor tahu.
They rotate over here in towards B, but collect one kill. Weapon still works. Shuts down 3.
Bro.
Asuna still in the fight. The push now, the fluttering take attempt coming in.
Okay.
Able to find 2 quick kills and bang. Still,
he's in spawn.
He's over in their spawn.
Tahu nggak nih Karon?
Massive opportunity here for him.
Harusnya mereka sadar sih.
No way they read this.
The door is shut.
Karon tahu bro.
They're so aware.
26 HP nih.
Staring over here towards alley, tucks back.
Timing.
Munchkin left lingering. He's got the spike under his control and headshot to give Genji the lead.
Mengamuk bro.
Oh my god. These rounds are
Ini Genji terus itu bro. Stepping A, retake B, biarin si Meteornya di base sendirian. Strong Meteor lah, udah biarin aja Meteor. Gila banget. Headshot. You Karon, bro. So nasty bro. Headshot. Tanda baru lagi tuh. Aduh, lihat bro. Oh, full charge. Oh, scanning ini. Kena flash sama siapa? Oh, kena flash itu. Bagus betul. Gelo. Setupnya Karon untuk 2 area nih. Flash itu sama Karon.
Karon just being super patient in hell. Another flash there to set Meteor up as well.
Aku prefer mobnya kayak Karon sih. Aku muter juga sama sih. Kalau si punya Meteor tuh pusing tuh.
lockdowns.
Lihat checking mapnya tuh. Lihat. Parameter kan stay in middle, bukan stay in karakter. Set. Hampir. Tekstur harusnya tahu sih. Tahu, dapat satu info. Ada Asuna di arah B. Harusnya mereka sadar kalau nggak sadar.
Hitting the flow state right now is Gen G. They've sent 100 Thieves pedaling over to the other side of the map. And that's going to be the strong side for Gen G.
Tekstur ini Clara B.
Plus Charon, the paranoia and the
Buat
smokes. He's nasty to deal with, but still in hell, so there's an opportunity here for 100 Thieves.
Nggak kedetek.
Look at these rotations. They really think that this is going to be a B hit now. Well, to have their world turned upside down. 0 point. Spotting on a 1. Charon, though, still here at hell. Finally going to be dealt with. Finds one. Asuna taken out. Pop flush over the top. Is swinging from Lockya. Odin in hand. Finds one. Now. Dead.
Kok? Aduh, hampir loh. Soalnya Meteor ngasih info gila-gilaan tuh. Ketahuan. Manskin, sabar Manskin. Tunggu teman. Oke, nice. Meteor salah itu guys, ngasih info guys. Dia ulti ada di B. Untung jadinya retake-nya bagus banget, soalnya Karon bunuh satu orang. Terus ngasih damage ke Cryo kan, lumayan banget. Timeout dari penaltis sekarang.
This was the ultimate hurdle, though. This point on Icebox for Gen G took them so very long to try to get that 12th round win, and this time 100 Thieves are a hell of a lot closer in that scoreline.
Dia sekarang udah nyerahin ide ke arah teman-temannya.
It still very much give Gen G some struggles in trying to get up to match point. They still have an immense amount of
kayaknya komsnya dari Asuna sekarang.
Lockdown committed by Gen G in that last round. They hold both of those ults right now. 100 Thieves, can they make them work? Can they use them to their advantage to turn this back around?
Exactly. I mean, I think the glass is half full here for 100 Thieves. I'm still feeling like they can turn this around. With that ult advantage, I mean, now you've got the Op and the Odin for Gen G, but there's opportunities here to clear some space, to get a plant down, and maybe do some serious damage to Gen G, knock these power weapons out for a round. And the concern, though, is that Gen G's banked up quite an economy.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to do it a couple times. But got an opportunity to at least start that march right here, right now. A bit of a check. Meteor just backpedals a bit to dodge it. Taking their time.
Meteor pindah guys ke B. Ke A. Gila nih.
You have to worry that, it's going to be Texture and Munchkin or
dari Manskin udah tahu kalau di B-nya kosong, ditambahin sama drone dari Lockya. Dapat info kalau di arah B-nya kosong, berarti mereka tahu kalau ada stackingnya ke arah A ya. Cryo bakal naik ke atas. Tekstur bro udah. Waduh, gila bro. Kebaca bro, udah di sama Genji. Tekstur udah ngasih angle guys di arah situ buat bantu si Charon kalau misalnya ada Cryo naik ke atas Gen. Wah gila. Wah. Terus dibantu lagi tambahan tadi sama Lockya. Lockya ngasih info pakai apa namanya recon ke arah side. Gila banget. Set. Ini bakal kontak sama Manskin nih. Bakal menang gak Manskin? Ya. Let's go. 12-8. Ini sih kalau nggak bisa menang bangetan sih. Satu lagi bro. Turun nih ke lower bracket si One Native lawan Pep rasanya. Ya jangan Genji lah, biar keren final bro. Udah ditunggu. Sumpah ini setupnya udah bagus banget.
Some stumbles, some crazy thrifties, but these last several rounds have been absolutely pristine from them as they look to shut down the #1 seed from Americas.
Di drone ya tadi bukan scan, sorry. Pokoknya gather infonya buat Panther. Wah, tekstur mati konyol. Tuh udah smoke bro. Munchkin ambil ini biar cari tahu ada yang masuk apa enggak. Tapi nggak tahu di situ ada cryo. Bener kan? EU ambil informasi dari Aramir. Ada orang apa enggaknya? Ngeliat lagi ya nggak itu? Kalau ngeliat lagi ya mereka, ketahuan lagi ya kayaknya. Tapi di sini ada si Meteor jadi full. Buset guys, lihat tuh. One way bro. Hampir. Kiri laki. Aduh. Bro, satu lagi bro. Masa kalah bro. Karon. Dan jujur hampir sisi tekstur cuma mati. Damn. Mati tapi ini si Karon kena flank jelas. Langsung dilompatin ya. Dapat tapi grab.
3 players left alive, weapons collected, 100 thieves. They hang in.
Yeah, there's still life in them yet. And bang, doing a great job there. I'm with you, Achilles. I'm not sure if they saw something underneath that smoke, like a pixel out of place, or just caught a glimpse on the map, or just guessed. Just a read. Yep,
and
that's fair.
It's just a great understanding. Says, okay, I think Texture's going to be pushing up. Smoke, he's going to just go ahead and try to back off. And he's just got the lineup for it.
It's huge. Gives them an opportunity. Now they've got another lockdown.
Penonton di itu Shanghai tidak mau sesama Asia guys, nggak mau, pengen lihat Genji kalah nih. Woi, dukung Genji lah. Ini bercanda guys, bencana ya. Serah mereka lah mau dukung siapa. Cuman kalau dukungnya karena pengen lihat kalah kan nggak bagus ya. Pacific bro sama Pacific.
Troubles that Under Thieves has had at A when that's been their main point of attack without any early picks. Eventually,
Ron sabar Ron. Ron lah. Tur. Fokus tur. Aduh. Tur.
Breathe a sigh of relief as he manages to stay alive. One player spotted. Not enough to sell it here, it would seem, for Genji to believe in this A hit. It's going to be Texture and Munchkin to try to stave this off, to try to close out the map. Drone at the ready.
They spread the initiator.
Ini bakal di
Off doesn't clear it. Texture now, knives pop, reveal the meteor.
Gila. Weh, Meteor nggak tahu bro. Di belakangnya ada satu orang.
Looks for the shot, finally stabilizes it. Doesn't take too much damage, but Karon now arriving. Find the first, puts the spike on the floor. Wide
Wah, Karon dapat 2 sih, ngeri banget. Munchkin untungnya ulti.
Not looking reasonable here. Lakia rotating over. Catches a glimpse of the shoulder.
Wah, selamat. Enggak. Ampun. Sabar lah. Buset. Ayo, satu lagi bro.
Extra attention that Asuna is drawing on the other side of the map that keeps Genji from being able to retake, to go for the flood. A great lurk from Boostio to get the kill on the Meteor. Meteor had no idea.
Sangat disayangkan banget sih kita melihat Meteor nggak lihat guys.
Shut down the no command. Great breakthrough there to get those 2 kills off the res.
Itu Boostio hampir nge-wave loh kalau si Meteor lebih sadar sendiri, lebih cepat sadarnya, kemungkinan Meteor bisa nge-hit.
It's still just been a lot of eventual attention towards A or the side of 100 Thieves. That's got to be in the back of your mind as Genji. Are they eventually going to be going B? You can see that
Haruma di taman. Ayo Pak Solo, berikan motivasi pada pemain-pemainmu. Satu lagi soalnya nih.
There's no flashes, there's no nothing. You just have to hit your shots.
Final send here on the timeouts out of the coach's hands after this, unless this goes to overtime. Let's see if 100 Thieves can deliver on that. Lockdown
Selama jalur kuning belum manggung, Kurban Ditif masih berjuang untuk ngalahin Genji. Oh, itu tahu pancingan itu soalnya. Oke, mereka main cepat ke arah B. Soalnya mereka mikir ini mereka stacking di Kretek. Kayo tidak bro. Kayo mati. Oke, kalah udah. Push dari belakang. GG. Let's go. Bisa sih Genji sama Grand Final bisa. Tinggal lawan tim Heretic, lawan Citu Heretic kan. Iya, Heretic Citu. Kayak sih Heretic yang masuk sih ke final. Citu kalah. Tapi nggak tahu lah ya. Namanya katanya bilang Citu udah buat strat baru buat lawan Heretic. Ya, kita lihat saja.
A chance to run it back, a chance to keep themselves in this one, to still reach that grand final. Not quite taking the path that they wanted, but there is still opportunity here for this team, because you know that this loss is going to make them hungrier than they even were before.
Oh yeah, well, and in some ways, to make matters worse for 100 Thieves, you just lost to Pacific's number 2. Now you got to go up against Pacific's number 1.
With a couple more struggles there for the side of Rex, but yeah. Sure. Not gonna be an easy game.
Gila guys, keren banget. Okay, thank you for watching lah ya. See you in the next. Kita besok lah kita lihat sama pertandingannya Pepperex lawan 100 Thieves. Bye bye.